Hello everybody, welcome to another Transformers review. It's me, Johnny Canozzi, and today, finally, I am doing my review on this guy. Studio Series 86, Sludge. Stay tuned for the review. Isn't he just glorious? He comes packaged in robot mode, but I thought I'm going to just start off the review when he's in the Dino mode because he looks so goddamn cool in this Dino mode. Now, some people are, some people I've seen online aren't very happy. Well, are happy but aren't happy. Some people have had some pretty bad QC problems with this guy, I've noticed. I don't seem to have any issues with QC, except I do have a slight paint blemish on his nose. If you can just make it out right there. Sorry about the focus. Right there. Slight paint blemish, but that's literally the only thing I can see that shouldn't be there, or whatever. I have seen online through other people's reviews, and also people talking about this thing when they got it. Issues with the hip, the legs and hips and everything are a bit loose. Mine seem tight enough. They're not incredibly tight, but they're not real loose. They're just kind of in between. So I can completely deal with that. I don't have a problem. He stands up perfectly in robot mode. Plus, in this mode, he's not going to really fall over unless you push him off something. So yeah. I generally don't have a problem with him QC wise. I generally think I was quite lucky to get a version, get one of these that doesn't have much of a problem. The only thing I will say is, when he's in this mode, he doesn't stay. At the moment, I've got him perfectly fine, but it doesn't take very much at all. Once you start moving his legs and things, all the panels start to unpeg. That's a little annoying, but at the same time, it can't be helped because it is partly, these are like shells that come together to create this bit. So, and the whole tail assembly and everything seems to want to kind of unpeg, quite easily. But yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's something you just can't really help sometimes. But no, I am really, really chuffed for this guy. I've had this guy since, I think, my birthday, I think either last year or year before. So I've had him maybe a year, 2 years. Going off for maybe 2 years this year, maybe, give or take. But yeah, so this guy was actually a gift, I think, off my dad. I didn't know what I wanted for my birthday. I think it was my birthday. I didn't know what I wanted, to be honest, and I was just looking through Amazon and Kapow toys, and I got this guy off of Kapow, I believe, and yeah, and I do love my Dinobots. My favourite's obviously Grimlock, but I would like to try and get all of these guys, the Studio Series, but trying to track down Grimlock, Studio Series 86 Grimlock, I wish I'd have picked him up when I had the opportunity, because the price of that guy on eBay at the moment is over £100, and I am not paying that for him. He's not worth that much. Even though for some reason every single website is all out of stock with him, which I'm not surprised. But it seems to me that these are, for some reason, that Grimlock doesn't seem to have had any other waves of that figure, whether it's been discontinued, or it's just one of those things. But so this guy, and then obviously we're getting Snarl as well. They've released Snarl, and they've released Slug, or Slag as we know him here. Well, yeah. In the UK, Slag, but it was renamed Slug in the UK. But obviously in America it was known as Slag, but obviously the word slag has a different meaning here in the UK. So that's why the name change. But I would like to get all of the main 86 Studio Series Dinobots. Just they will look awesome together, next to each other. So I'm going to try and see. I mean, obviously TF Nation's coming up, so if anybody's selling a Studio Series Grimlock or the any of the others, I might see if I can maybe pick one up. Whether I don't have a problem if it's not in a. I don't have a problem per se if he's not in a box. You know, I always take my figures out of boxes, and I usually chuck the boxes because I don't have space to keep them. So yeah, I'm quite happy to have a loose one, quite happy to have a boxed one, but we'll wait and see. It depends on the price as well. But yes, I apologise for that, but yes, he looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't he? He just looks so cool. So in this mode, obviously articulation is the head, you know, that neck. It has a lovely ratchet, a little bit of a ratchet on that. And then swivel up and down, and the jaw mouth opens as well. And then these legs move and also swivel, and also there's a pivot of the foot. And then the back legs, obviously, you know, they're a little bit ratchety. These are actually obviously his main arms in robot mode, so you know you've got full range articulation in those, which is nice. And that's pretty much it for this mode for articulation or movability. But he just looks, it is a nice mode. Again, some people think he looks a bit too chunky, too fat, and maybe just not long enough. Maybe the tail section should have been just a bit longer or a bit slightly narrower. But the thing is, though, he is a chunky boy, so I can forgive how he looks. So, let's transform him, shall we? So, first things first, we need to... These gold things here, they need to... Oh, yeah, the whole tail, just split it in half. Here we go. So, these bits, they just peg into like little recess pegs, one on either side of this shell here, and you just bring these back like that. Meat leaves these, you just kind of bring them to the side like that. Right, so once all this is all split, the whole leg or the whole back end here, unsplit or split them, should I say? I don't know what I'm trying to talk, I can't even speak. Yeah, so you just kind of like swivel them around a bit, and then you kind of bring them like this. So you just, let me finish this one off so you can see. So yeah, so the legs are pretty much done. You just need to kind of, the panels just need to be closed back in. So you pretty much just, the legs are like this. So you've got the waist and the actual foreleg and the hips and everything are in the right position. These bits that are out, sticking right out, they come back in like this. This flips in and then goes into that recess like that, and then pegs straight in like that, like that. And then the foot goes where I said, and then this bit, which is the spiky bit of the tail, that folds in and pegs into the side of the foot. This back in, fold this in, bring this in, peg together, foot down, this in, and peg. And there's the legs. Well done. So what I like about this is that this bit here, which is the chest in robot mode, it's actually interesting is that it actually has its own twist. So obviously the waist has 360 movability, but this also has 360 swivel as well. So basically what you do now is to bring these, obviously these are his arms in robot mode, So what you do now is you bring this up and you swivel back around. So I'll show you again. So this is where it was, swivel, and then it comes up like that, as you can see. So then it's in the right position to be upper body. Front down her legs. We can now bring these, unpeg them from the sides like this, and then they come in like this and down. So see, you do that with both, straight down and down. The down head comes down. There's like, again, see, there's a port and little thing there that comes down and pegs straight into there, and then you bring the down head flush so it finishes the backpack. So the last thing to do now, or the next thing to do, is bring the head up like so, and then you bring this panel, the chest panel, together and post together, and then it traps also the head into place as well. Bring down these arms, which was his dino legs, back legs, like that, and then these swivel right around. So let me show you again. So you see these are backwards, so you swivel those right around, so you've got full elbow movement now. You do that with both sides like that, and then you flip out the fists like so. Bring up the fists, and then you twist them, and second fist, bring it up and twist. And then these shell bits just sort of linger about. You can keep them like that, so they're just slightly, just slightly like that, or you can just bring them out a little bit on that pivot, and then it allows you to kind of put them back a little bit further back. So it's your preference, I guess, whatever you decide to do there. So yeah, there he is in robot mode, and isn't he awesome? You know, this robot mode, he is I am actually quite chuffed with this guy. He is really, really cool. A very, very nice figure indeed. Let me just bring you back. He's obviously a leader class, so he is quite big. So he's probably he goes next to Optimus and probably Megatron, and the bigger bots. Yeah, he's a big chunky boy, and I do like my chunky bots. And so yeah, he's got nice ratchety joints. That face sculpt and head sculpt is really cool. Nice Autobot symbol on the chest there, and yeah, he looks really cool. I mean, there is upgrade kits for this guy, or most figures there's upgrade kits, but to be honest, I'm quite happy with him as he is, to be honest. Like I said, a lot of people were saying about see, this leg is just slightly, but like I said, I am putting it in a bit of an unnatural position. That leg just is kind of doing its own little thing. But to be honest with you, they're not that bad. They're really not that bad. I can deal with them. But no, he is really, really nice, isn't he? He is really cool. He is a big chunky boy, big proportions, as he should have with his legs here and everything. So articulation. So let's get these panels out the way. So, like I said, he's got nice ratchety joints. Those joints could quite easily go 360, but because of the kibble on the back, you can't. The arms go out. Nice double ball joint of that elbow, and the wrist swivel. The head is on a ball joint, and swivel. Obviously, swivel of the waist. Actually, I just noticed something. His legs were in the wrong position. I just noticed his legs were backwards. I do apologise for that. That's where his legs are supposed to be, so there are his toes. I do apologise for that. I've literally just noticed that. That is a blunder on my part. I'm sure a few people will have a nice little chuckle at that at my expense. That'll be fine. But anyway, so his legs are now in the right position. But yeah, so like I said, his legs... Oh no, now that I've got it in the right position, that is... Yeah, so the legs are actually... Yeah, I've got the legs in the right position now, so you've got full posability of those legs. And again, you've got real nice ratchety joints as well of the knee and also the hip. And then obviously you've got foot pivot as well. Very nice indeed. Very, very nice indeed. So he comes with a gun. So this is the accessory he comes with. Very nice. Black and gold. Big, nice, big gun. Really big, nice, chunky cannon gun. It's actually quite nicely moulded, really. You know, quite nice moulding. So that just simply goes into the fist there, like so. And yeah, there we have him, complete with his weapon. He looks really, really nice. A big, chunky boy. Nice bit of posability and articulation, and yeah, I want to get the rest of them as well. So because you know, these guys will look awesome back to back or next to one another. Really will. But what can I say? Sludge, SS86 Sludge, absolutely fantastic figure. Thank you ever so much for watching my review. This has been the review on him. So thank you ever so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. I bet a few people were laughing at my expense there, or screaming, saying the legs are the wrong way around. But fear not, I found out, or I noticed. But yeah, so thank you ever so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. Thank you ever so much. And so TF Nation isn't long away now. Oh yes and yes and yes. So thank you ever so much for watching. If you go to TFN and you see me walking around, by all means come and say hello. But thank you. See you soon, everybody. I'll be back with more reviews and more videos very soon. And see you soon. Bye-bye.